Hey guys, how are my kings and queens doing today? I have been thinking long and smooth on how to approach shorters and naysayers. All I can say to anyone disputing our tenacity for victory on the squeeze is, humble yourself. You need to lower your tone when you speak to an ape. It's finally Friday, and I have the best video to send you into the weekend all happy and dandy. Today, we are going to cover a variety of developments that will update you into how massive the losses for shorters have been. This is pure banana fuel for you sadistic folk looking to get some joy out of the people aiming to crush you. More importantly, however, I have two articles from two big media sources that have caught on to the fact that AMC is a great play to have right now. Today's segments are going to be super chill and happy, fully of you to send you into the weekend vibing like a rock star. I want to quickly take a moment to thank the folk that stop by my morning videos and watch them. I am so happy as to the discussions and topics we are having, and even more so knowing how much you guys have learned and benefited from learning about the ins and outs of the economic sector. If you guys are skipping out of those, I would suggest you stop by and listen to the videos when you have a moment. They are a wealth of much needed information that is indirectly tied to the ongoings of meme stocks. Before we get started, let me quickly disclose and state that I am not a financial analyst or advisor, and that all contents discussed in this video are provided as opinions. All efforts are placed to better understand the nature of the current market in anticipation of the greatest squeeze in financial history. Everything presented is evidence I collect, and all opinions are based on research, experience and knowledge on the matter. Shout out to all my Patreons and one-time donors, whose contributions continue to carry this channel forward. Thank you so much to all that have taken a moment and the burden of throwing some love my way. It means a great deal for the longevity of the channel. You guys are the absolute best. Let's get started on today's segment. First and foremost, news that came out that Disney is finalizing preparations for its upcoming film, The Eternals, as a theatrical release only. Though this is a bit of a rumor, it did come from a reputable source that leaks consistent news with a good track record of being accurate. This news accompanies recent statements coming from MGM that said they are committed to continuing to make James Bond films for the worldwide theatrical audience. With no plans of relegating James Bond to initial streaming releases, we can confidently say that theaters are going nowhere for the foreseeable future. This is something that has actually caught many of the media as well as institutions by surprise, as many had incorrectly assumed that theaters were going to go extinct relatively soon. I came across a publication by Investor Place, which is a financials news media that has shown to perfectly balance their articles, with half being well thought out and the other half being experiments to lower IQ points to anyone lucky enough to take them seriously. Today I am happy to say that the publication that caught my eye was the former type, though it still kind of comes across as out of touch. Titled, AMC stock is becoming a viable play again, they go on to explain how AMC is looking like a solid play that has a bullish outlook worth the price of admission per share. First of all, what do you mean by AMC as a viable play again? Where did the again come from? Did AMC do something crazy outside of changing their marketing tactic? It's been the same safe play to have since January. What they are trying to do is save face, as to say the obvious rational while trying to cleverly hide the fact that they were also pushing FUD articles a while back. Nothing has changed in AMC. To make it short, they go on to talk about the domestic box office success of recent films like Shang-Chi, Free Guy, Black Widow, Fast 9 and A Quiet Place Part 2, noting that there has been a shift in audiences' way of consuming these services. People are slowly warming up to the idea of returning to theaters and the trend is set to keep on growing, making AMC a great play to have so investors can enjoy the bullish surge as revenue for the company is obviously set to keep on growing for the foreseeable future. Nothing about this is new, as we have talked about it many times before. AMC is a great play to have regardless of the squeeze. The fundamentals of the company are set, even though they do not matter at all since this company trades outside of normal factors. This big brain article by Investor Place wasn't the only one to catch my eye, as I came across another publication by Benzinga, another media source with a better track record. They tend to write fairly good technical analysis on companies, and their recent publication took a look at some AMC statistics as well as taking into account some technical indicators that all point to the company being driven by the bulls. Again, this is nothing we don't know already, but it's good that these publications are now being made. Though we mock the media relentlessly on this channel, and they deserve every bit of insult they get and much more, It is also important to be objective on our criticism and overview of them, and give them their due credit when they do publish articles that are well thought out and beneficial to investors. This is not a biased argument, as the information that we have pointed to a bullish outcome in every possible scenario out there. AMC as well as GameStop are companies that are adapting and slowly overcoming the burdens that took them down. They are set to bounce strong and high regardless of a squeeze, because investors are going to stick by them no matter what. I have always said buying a stock is like voting for a political candidate. People are voting for meme stocks, and they will win because of that. Now, what do you say we start having a little fun? Let's begin with the smaller one first. Hedge fund O'Day Asset Management has emerged as one of the biggest casualties in recent times due to AMC's tenacity to keep on moving higher and higher. The London-based hedge fund reported a substantial shorting position on the famous meme stock back in August. They made a crazy ton of profit shorting AMC when it fell from $57 to $37 back in July. Such success led them to become overconfident in their ability to push the stock down, and boy did they get the whooping of their lives. Reality checks came in running, turning the tables around completely. With AMC running back into the $50 range, almost all of their wins have now been completely erased. The hedge fund now stands to lose one of its most profitable trades because of greed, and if AMC continues to climb, the losses are about to start mounting up very quickly. The fund currently oversees about $1.5 billion in assets. If AMC starts surging crazy like it did in early June, they could get absolutely demolished, and even face bankruptcy and be forced to close operations. This is my favorite type of bedtime story. Nothing fulfills me quite like watching shorters lose their money, and the best part is that this isn't even the best part yet. With new data coming from S3 Partners, new revelations were brought to light that show the short sellers have lost another $100 million during the month of August, bringing their losses this year to $6.5 billion by the end of August. Move on. 2 girls 1 cup. You are no longer the most vitriolic thing that has happened in the world. The losses keep on mounting for shorts worldwide, and I am laughing at their despair. If I could only have one leaker send me videos of their meetings and what they say about us retail traders taking away their money. I would have to put the good OL Hub content aside, cause that type of video will be much better to watch on lonely nights. Shorting a meme stock should be criteria in the DSM to qualify you for masochism. Now, let's talk about today. The Fed reported that reverse repo operations for today resulted in over $1.099 trillion, representing a small decrease over yesterday's operations. AMC's dark pool transactions accounted for 61% of the total volume, while GameStop dark pool transactions accounted for 49% of the total volume today. According to Fidelity data, sell order flow for AMC was bigger than the buy order flow, with GameStop's buy order flow being almost twice as big as the sell order flow. Now, let us finish up with a recap of today's performance. AMC had a great day, gaining over 3%. It had a bullish pre-market, continuously moving upwards. Upon market opening, it started surging, running all the way to 51.70 with big surges and small retracements. The stock then started a period of consolidation for about 2.5 hours before being attacked by shorters who clearly attempted to run it below $50. AMC still managed to close at 50.16, a major victory for option traders. As for what I expect next week, I will make a video on it on Sunday. GameStop traded bearishly today, dipping down over 4% for the day. It opened to a ton of volatility. It attempted to maintain support above the VWAP but was ultimately unable to do so after a serious bearish attack by hedge funds to drop the price to 189. GME then attempted to move up, but shorters started to place ladder attacks on it all the way to the end of the day. GameStop closed at 190.41. As for what I expect next week, like I said, I will make a video on Sunday for a detailed explanation on what I think is likely to occur. And that's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to watch today's morning video if you want to fill your day with due diligence and a great deep dive into how Wall Street got away with crime and will continue doing so. Today's big question is, given that a person does not choose to be born, is free will an illusion? I am really curious as to what you guys have to say. Again, thank you so much for the love and support you guys give me. You are all so amazing, and I love interacting and readying through your comments every day. If you want to help this channel, I have provided links which will be in the description for donations or even a monthly pledge of whatever amount you want. These donations do go a long way in helping me be able to pump videos out. Remember to follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Enjoy your weekend, have fun, and to the moon.